Hello, Taurus, and welcome back to Sage and Stone Tarot. I know that I just did a reading for you guys for the month of December, which was a twin flame soulmate love reading for the month of September. But what it is that I am also doing for each and every sign is each and every sign is going to get two readings. One is going to be their twin flame soulmate love reading for the month of December, but you're also going to be getting a winter solstice / Yule reading. And for those who live on the Northern Hemisphere, we are now moving into winter. We are in the holiday season, and we are coming into the dark part of the year. And for those who walk or observe a very earth-based path, winter solstice and Yule is in December as well. And what it is that I wanted to do and would like to do and am doing for all of the signs is to give you a winter solstice, Yule reading. And so I just wanted to share with you a little bit about winter solstice for those who might be new or might not know. Winter solstice or Yule is the shortest day and longest night in the Northern Hemisphere during this darkened time. It can often bring depression, grief, and memories of all we have lost. I live in the state of Arizona, but I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. I've lived in 5 states, and most of my adult life I've lived on the Northeast. I've lived in Pennsylvania and Connecticut. I've also lived in Virginia and like a 6-month stint in Florida. But now I live in Arizona, and part of the reason, a good portion of the reason why I moved is because as I've gotten older, I started to develop seasonal affective disorder. So without the sun, I become very depressed. I become depressed and sad, and I need the sunlight. So during this darkened time of year, it can bring depression, grief, and memories of what we have lost, whether we have lost during 2019 or something that we are grieving from years ago. The darkness also holds its own beauty. That is of dreaming, rest, and honoring our sorrow. So in the winter time, it is, if we can approach it with a sense of beauty, there's a certain beauty that the dark holds. It's a time of deep reflection, kind of like the Hermit card in the tarot. Yule is about welcoming back the light, but we must walk through the dark and honor her in order to embrace and welcome back the light. So what I'm going to be doing is I usually start off with my Moonology cards for my regular monthly readings, but I will be starting off with the Earth Magic cards to bring in what are some energies that are out there during this darkened time for you, Taurus, during the winter, as the winter solstice approaches. And then after that, I will be using the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. And this is going to be a shorter reading. There's 4 questions, and I usually will shuffle out 3 to 5 cards. All of the cards, all of my decks, and I have the questions right here. This tarot spread is not something that I made up. It is from a website called GaianSoul.com, and I believe her name is Joanna Colbert. So I found this really beautiful tarot card spread that specifically focuses in on this darkened time of year, which is why I have my fairy with the black and white, and I love fairies. I'm very, very, very drawn to fairies. And I also have, this is one of my winter candles. It's a soy candle, and it is in the scent of like the white birch tree. So I wanted something that was very earthy, so I'm using the Earth Magic deck. And so we're going to begin. The energies that are surrounding you, Taurus: Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Jupiter, Neptune, wherever Taurus might be in your chart, this might be for you. Okay. Wow, the energies are really a little, okay. Really wants to come out for you. Okay, I'm being told to take this card. Okay, Taurus. This is perfect, perfect, perfect. And I'm going to, wow, okay. There's two cards from the bottom of the deck, which is like a main message of what this darkened time is bringing for you. And so we have lake, stillness. This couldn't be any more perfect. This winter solstice, Taurus, is asking you to become still. Still waters run deep. This is time, like I said, it is for reflection. It is welcoming in this darkened time of year. And when I get into the tarot card spread, you will understand what I mean when I say embracing the dark. Embracing the dark, becoming very, very still. And when you become very, very still, as we emerge out of the dark into a new year, into a new decade, we have a new moon promise. The sun does and will come up again as we embrace the dark, as we move through the dark part of the year, the shortest day, the longest night, and just allow ourselves to become still and reflect and honor our grief and our sadness that we might be feeling and releasing. There's this promise of a new day, a promise of a new beginning, new intentions, love, the sun coming up. You can see the sun on the horizon. The other energies is waterfall. Allow this darkness and allow this feeling, if you are feeling and have felt any kind of sadness or grief or any kind of darkness, allow it to be felt through you effortlessly. Don't fight it. If you can envision a waterfall and hear a waterfall, or even pull up a video of a waterfall on like YouTube, for example, just watch how effortlessly the water just flows. And this is how the tears if tears come up, allow the tears to flow effortlessly. Don't fight them, let it go, because it is cleansing. It cleanses toxins out of the system. This darkened part of the year, this winter solstice, childhood, innocence, a return to innocence. Return to that place within you that we all carry, that we all hold, of when we were young, this is inner child healing or inner child play. Go back and remember, what are those things when you were young that brought you joy, that you just effortlessly engaged in, whatever that might be. This is asking you to get in touch with your innocence, your childhood innocence. Lotus flower. This is a time for your unfoldment. This is why Spirit is asking you to become very still. Allow anything to come through to you effortlessly, because you are unfolding like the lotus flower. The lotus flower, in order to emerge above the water into the sunlight, it has to go through several layers of muddy water. And Taurus, you have been through several layers of muddy water, and it's time for your unfoldment. It's time for you to just effortlessly stay still, effortlessly move through this darkened time as you emerge. Again, this also has some water because lotus flowers are in the water, so we have also the waterfall. And the stillness, the lake. So what I am feeling also is to connect with the water. If you live by the water, even though it might be freezing or cold, If there's any way to get near water, to listen to the ocean, this can even be taking Epsom salt baths, even showers. If you don't have a bathtub and you have a shower, make a sachet, of herbs like lavender, sage, some very healing herbs. Tie it in a sachet and hang it. Hang it from your shower head, and let the steam emanate, and you embrace the smell. You can also take essential oil like lavender or frankincense or any other kind of geranium is another healing, very healing oil. And while in the shower, you can put a few drops of the oil and let the steam kind of rise up. So Spirit is asking you to be around some water. Be still like a still lake. Stay still, effortlessly flow. Allow the flow to come through to you, whatever feelings you might be feeling, because this is all about your unfoldment. And as you rise up into the water, blooming into the sun, there is this promise. So now I'm going to get into the actual tarot spread. And I'm just going to cut the deck. The first question for this tarot spread is, this is about the darkness, the brokenness or dismemberment. And what that is, and what it is that I'll be asking Spirit for you, Taurus, is what have you lost? What are you grieving? But also what feels broken within you. And remember, you are not broken. You are whole. You have always been whole. You just might feel broken due to whatever it is that you might be grieving or feel like you have lost. So we're going to pull some cards about the darkness. Okay. All right. I'm getting a very strong message. Okay, so I'm going to take from the bottom of the deck. I'm going to take from the bottom of the deck. The bottom of the deck for this first question for this winter solstice, this Yule reading for Taurus. This is about the darkness, brokenness. What have you lost? What are you grieving? What feels broken within? On the bottom of the deck, we have the Death. This is whatever it is that you are feeling, that you are grieving, that feels broken. It is transforming and transmuting and healing. So know that, and if you look at this, she is in winter. This depicts winter. I see this as snow and ice, but with this purple, this violet, this is your third eye. This is your intuition, your knowing. This is the stillness of the lake, in getting in touch and allowing whatever it is that you are feeling, as if you are grieving or feeling broken within, or what you might have lost. And this is what it is. This now I will get into what this represents, this death, what is transmuting and healing. We have the Eight of Coins with the King of Cups and the Ace of Coins, the Six of Cups and the Two of Coins. There's a lot of earth. There's pentacles. Two coins are pentacles. And then there's the King of Cups and the Six of Cups. Six of Cups. This represents childhood, innocence, memories of childhood. So what I'm feeling for the group that I'm tapping into, Taurus, the King of Cups, I feel that this is father wounds. For some, what have you lost? What are you grieving? What feels broken within? What I'm picking up is a father wound. which can then be reflected within your own masculine energy within Taurus, because we all hold feminine and masculine energies within. But what I'm picking up is that for some might have grew up with a father figure or father that was often very reserved, emotionally unavailable, cold, feeling cold. With the Eight of Coins and the Eight of Coins and the Ace of Coins. This, I feel, this father wound, this father figure or father was also a workaholic. Out of the house a lot. Could be someone who has worked a lot, and the way that they showed or felt that the only way that they can show their love was through paying the bills, putting food on the table, and making sure that everybody had a roof over their head. But there was no emotion, there was no emotional availability. And with the Six of Cups, for those Taurus out there, and this could be for male or female Taurus. This isn't specific. You know who you are and who this might resonate with. I know that this is resonating with at least one out there. This Six of Cups. I feel, Taurus, that you feel that this is something that you lost. This was something that has been broken, that you lost. This is a part of the childhood that you lost, which with the Earth Magic cards here that I had, this would indicate childhood innocence. So this is corresponding with the Earth Magic cards that I pulled as well. Two of Coins. Two of Coins, what I feel based on this reading, I see this, well, there's a woman in this. This is a woman in this card, but it's not gender specific. If you see the ship, what I envision and what I see is I see a small child looking out the window, just like you see in this card, waiting for their father or guardian or father figure. This is a father figure. The ship represents you waiting for them to come home, coming home from work, wanting to spend time with their father. But the ship arrived home, the father arrived home, but they were so preoccupied and very emotionally unavailable. This is orange. This is the sacral chakra. This is the sacral chakra, and this is your seat, your creation energy, your deep-seated feelings and emotions. So this is what I feel, what it is that I'm tapping into, what you feel you have lost, what you're grieving, what feels broken within. So, excuse me, I'm sorry, my throat chakra just acted up. This is a wound that needs healing. And this is the stillness that is being asked. And but with the death card, this is being transmuted, healed, transformed. This is the change. And this is your unfoldment, Taurus. This is your unfoldment. The lotus flower. That is your unfoldment. And then as you emerge, this is the promise of a new, not just a new day, but I feel that this is going to be an unfoldment, the light shining in on what has felt broken, healed. So what I'm going to do now is the second is promise, rebirth of the sun, renewal. What is the promise of renewal? So based on what I just said, we're going to see what is the promise. Although I can see by the cards that we already were dealt, is that there's something that is transmuting and changing this father wound. So I'm going to just quickly kind of shuffle and cut the deck to see. So this is about the rebirth of the sun and the renewal, your renewal, Taurus. Okay. All right. This is beautiful, Taurus. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, Taurus. Return, the promise, the return, the rebirth of the sun and renewal. What is the promise of renewal? From the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Coins again, which is the Ace of Pentacles. If you see the woman in the Divine Feminine that's in this card, remember this is not gender specific. Her hands are raised upwards towards the sky and welcoming in this Ace of Coins, Ace of Pentacles, this divine gift of a new opportunity, a new promise, a new moon energy, which what that is that this, just like this promise, we had this promise, this new moon card. So this is the rebirth of the sun. So the rebirth of feeling this prosperity and abundance within your heart. We also have, and this is the root chakra. So this is a grounding. This is a very foundational and grounded energy. So you are going to be feeling this in your root chakra healing, and that's healing family of origin wounds and wounds and pain and hurt. So that just coincides with the other, with what has felt broken. We have the Nine of Cups, which is the which is the sacral chakra. Again, this is sacral chakra healing. So going from the root, the first chakra, to the second chakra, Nine of Cups. Wish fulfillment, feeling emotionally fulfilled. So Taurus, your unfoldment, your new promise is that you are going to be fulfilling your own cups. These Nine of Cups, which is almost to completion. It's right underneath the Ten of Cups. So healing and feeling very emotionally fulfilled, and granting yourself the opportunity and opening yourself up to wish fulfillment, emotional fulfillment by healing. And it actually coincides with the cards, the return and rebirth of the sun, Three of Swords, solar plexus. This is the seat of your personal power. Three of Swords. This is about forgiveness. You will be forgiving. The rebirth of the sun is going to be the rebirth of the sun within your personal power, your independence, your confidence, and forgiveness, forgiving yourself and forgiving the father wound that has been there. Nine of Wands. This is more sacral chakra healing. The wounded warrior. This has not been easy, and you have felt broken inside, and you have felt broken within and exhausted, but you have not given up. You are going to take the opportunity to take this time period within the dark to embrace this time of healing. Because if you see, look at the flaming wand. You Tauruses are known for their tenacity, for their perseverance. Queen of Cups, you come out as the Queen of Cups. This is, excuse me, the third eye and above the crown chakra. What I feel is this is the crown chakra, tapping into your higher self, your higher power, tapping into that unconditional love. The Queen of Cups is very, very intuitive. This is tapping into your intuition, tapping into your intuitive heart, into the seat of your heart and your feelings and emotions, and feeling very comfortable and feeling the heart center open up. Unconditional love of self, unconditional love of those around you. Two of Swords. This is also sacral chakra healing, orange. The swords are now coming, will, the return and the rebirth of the sun. Swords are down, blindfold is coming off. No longer feeling guarded, because you have emerged and you are unfolding like the lotus. It has been a long journey, But as the winter solstice and this dark time starts to emerge and you start to see and feel the sun, this is you are no longer feeling guarded. You are feeling strong. You are feeling strong in your root and foundation, and you are willing and ready to open your arms up to this divine gift of prosperity and abundance that is coming towards you with this new decade. And you are ready to make all of your dreams come true, your wishes fulfilled, emotional fulfillment. The next question is integration of the dark and the light. What wisdom does this integration of the dark and the light offer as they have entwined? So what is the wisdom of the integration of the dark and the light as it has entwined with one another, as it has danced with one another? What does this wisdom that came out this way? Oh my goodness. Okay. Taurus, your energy is right here. Oh boy. Wow, 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 wow. Taurus. Taurus, the integration of dark and light. What wisdom does the dark and light offer you as they intertwine? The bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. That is you, Taurus, your energy. There is the divine masculine and the divine feminine within this card. This is the crown chakra and above. This is higher spiritual learning. This is the balancing. This is the alchemical marriage of the balancing between the masculine and feminine within. This is the wisdom of the dark and the light that you are learning and have learned and will be learning as they have intertwined. And as you allow this dance of the masculine and feminine energies within, and you marry these two energies within, we have the Fool card. This brings you to this brings you to ground zero, to the 0 point. This brings you a new beginning. This is a new beginning, very, very much within your spirit and in the seat of your soul. This is a new beginning within your soul, Taurus. What is the wisdom of this? The integration between the dark and the light. We have the King of Cups again. This came up. This is what the original wound has. This is the original wound, the King of Cups that I mentioned earlier. This is the father wound, paired with the Princess of Wands, which is the Page of Wands, and the Nine of Swords in reverse. What I feel, the wisdom for the group that I am tapping into, the wisdom is that you have gained such a sense of peace and forgiveness within your heart, that you see and you understand, and you have put yourself in that father figure or that father's shoes, understanding that although you don't condone anything that might have happened, you have come to the point of understanding that this person did the best that they could with what they had, with the knowledge that they had at the time. And you have forgiven, you have let go and surrendered. You had let go and surrendered so you can bring peace into your heart. When I see this, the Princess of Wands or the Page of Wands, the green, this is the heart. This is coming straight from the heart. There's all of these butterflies the transformation of, see, the wands. This is the light. This is the integration. If you can see, there's a darkness within this card of the King of Cups, and there is a light with the Princess of Wands. Your earth energy, although this is a wand and that the wands are a suit of fire, the fire with the wands has burned away any kind of grief or sadness that once caused you so much pain in your sacral chakra. See, this is the Nine of Swords, which is called the Nightmare card, where you had very deep-seated fears and wounds and pain that kept you up at night, gave you nightmares. The green that I see is also the green that I see the earth energy of the Taurus, the butterflies of the transformation. You have transmuted this pain. You transmuted this pain, and you have intertwined the light and the dark and the light. And what has come out of that is the King of Wands. This, I feel, is your energy. You now feel very, very self-assured, very confident, because the King of Wands, if you look at the King of Wands, even though, again, this is violet, which is the third eye, this confidence, you have worked really hard to gain the confidence that this King of Wands energy beholds. Because you have tapped into your inner knowing, you have tapped into the darkness, and you transmuted the darkness, the fear, the sadness, the grief, the brokenness that you have felt, and you are coming out and unfolding as the energy of the King of Wands, which is a very strong sense of self, with passion and creativity, which is what we see with the Hierophant and the Fool card. So the last question is, gift of the dark, remember, or remembering. What longs to be remembered and restored? What is the gift of the dark? I think we probably have already said a lot of that, but I'm going to just bring out the cards anyway. I hope you were enjoying this reading. I wanted to give something for the holidays for all of the signs. And I feel that this reading is very worthwhile. This I'm going to put here. This is what longs to be remembered and restored. What is the gift that the dark has given you or will be giving you as you move along this dark part? Okay. All right. I'm going to pick this as well. All right. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Wands. What longs to be remembered? This, I feel, is the gift. The gift. The Ace of Wands, which is the root chakra. This is at the root, at the foundation. You see the red. I don't know if you can see if it's red on the camera. The gift of the dark is the gift of your fire, the gift of your creativity, the gift of your passion, Taurus. This is the foundation of your soul, your passion, your creativity, your creative fire, your creative voice. Although the creativity often is seen and felt in the sacral and solar plexus, it is the foundation of the root chakra. In order to heal the root chakra, family of origin, it rises up. And so the gift of the dark is the gift of your creative fire, your creative voice. What needs to be restored and remembered? I see this as being remembered. The moon, just like my statue here with the wolves, because it looks almost the same. What needs to be remembered? Remember the light and the dark. There is a gift in the dark to see the light and to dance, to be able to effortlessly allow the dark to dance with your light. We are all made up of light and dark. We are all made up of masculine and feminine energy, and this is the dance. This is the beautiful dance between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. That is something to be remembered and continuously restored. Don't allow your fears to overtake either the divine masculine or the divine feminine within. Balance. That's the gift of the dark. Gift of the dark, what needs to be restored, what longs to be remembered and restored. We have the Four of Coins, which is the Four of Pentacles. When I look at this card based on this particular deck, look at how he is holding these coins. What I feel, again, this is the heart chakra. This I also feel taps into earth energy. When I see green, I feel the earth, and I feel Taurus energy. Hold on to only those things that are going to progress your spiritual and personal growth forward, and let go of all of those things that inhibit your growth, that are not in alignment with your soul's path. What needs to be remembered? Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is to stand your ground. Remember to always stand your ground and believe in yourself. Believe in your knowing. Trust in your knowing. Stand firm. Stand firm in who you are, Taurus. That's a gift of the dark and to be remembered. Page of Coins or Princess of Coins. Again, I see that this is your energy. A gift from the dark. Restore. This is a restoration. This is the Page of Pentacles. So, but in this deck, it's the Princess of Coins. Again, this is the heart chakra. And with the Princess of Coins, always keep a beginner's mind. Explore new opportunities. Explore your heart. Explore all of the different depths of your soul and your heart, Taurus. Childhood innocence. Your childhood innocence. This is what I feel. Start on this new path. You had gotten the Fool. You got to the 0 point within your soul. Now it's to look at things through like that of a child's eyes, or a child's mind, or beginner's mind. And what is a gift from the dark? You have the Hanged Woman or the Hanged Man, but the Hanged Woman in this deck. You have come out of this looking at things, or you will be coming out of this looking at things from a completely different perspective. You have learned what it is that you have needed to learn. Higher spiritual learning, higher spiritual knowledge. You see things from a much higher perspective. You needed to take this time into the dark to enable yourself to balance the masculine and feminine within, to go through the pain and the darkness and the brokenness that you might have felt or feel, and to come out like the lotus. Your unfoldment has begun. So that is the last thing that I'm going to is a Whispers of Love. This is a message of love. Whispers of Love Oracle by Angela Hartfield. And this is just a message for you, Taurus. A message of love, a whisper of love. There's two of them. Ask for help. What is it you really need help with? Be willing to allow yourself the support you need. So during this time, at the winter solstice, during this darkened time, if you live on the northern hemisphere, during this time of reflection, ask for help. Seek guidance. Use your discernment when you are seeking guidance and support. Only ask those that you trust implicitly. Use your discernment. Love is all around you. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. Just remember that love is the most powerful energy and vibration there is in this universe. And love is all around you, within you. You are a divine being of love and light, Taurus. And love is all around you. All you need is to keep an open heart and an open mind. And as this holiday season, as this winter solstice, for those on the northern hemisphere, starts to kind of emerge, we kind of go into winter time. I wish you so much love and so much peace. And I wish all of my Tauruses to burn brightly